Despite the arsenal of surveillance in Xinjiang, there remained a blind spot to which the Communist Party had no access: families' private lives. So the party had an idea. Because Han Chinese and Uyghurs don't necessarily get along, they would need to be forced to get to know each other. Chinese leaders organized ethnic unity weeks. Once a month, Uyghur families get a visit from a Han Chinese person who stays with them for a few days. In videos shared on social media, everyone looks very happy. In reality, these fake Chinese friends are there to judge the family members' loyalty to the party.
It was very clear that it also was for surveillance purposes, to see who was living in a home, who wasn't there, how religious were they, did the children speak Chinese or Uyghur. All of this data gets recorded. I mean, can you imagine having officials from the ruling party in your country move into your house and sit at your dinner table and sleep in your bed with you uninvited? Particularly in a culture that is still reasonably conservative. So when the high-tech surveillance fails, don't worry, the party is there to make sure that they're keeping an eye on you, even in low-tech ways, too.
Since 2016, the Communist Party has sent more than 1 million Han into Xinjiang homes with no remaining signs of Uyghur culture. This is the Communist Party's big project: erase the Uyghur identity to better replace it. Almost nothing remains of the old, majestic Silk Road city of Kashgar. In place of the ancient caravanserai, one finds motorways, buildings, and waste ground.
We estimate, and this is only an estimate, that around 1/3 of important Uyghur sacred sites, shrines, mosques, cemeteries had been destroyed in whole, and another 1/3 had been damaged in a significant way. It's an effort to re-engineer the Uyghur people, to transform them in the image of the Han majority.
Using satellite images, these Australian researchers also discovered that 100 cemeteries had been wiped off the map. The remains, taken from their traditional graves, now lie in anonymous brick tombs. The names of the deceased have been replaced by a number. There's nothing better to make a people amnesiac. In Aksu, the cemetery in which an illustrious Uyghur poet was buried was removed to make way for the City of Joy, an ambitious urban project.
Usually it's explained as some kind of development, they need to build something there, but often these places are replaced with simply a parking lot. And it seems to speak to really a much more pointed and intentional attempt to undermine the history, to eliminate the basis of Uyghur culture. And it's clearly not about terrorism, it's clearly not about religious extremism. It's clearly much deeper and much more of a broad spectrum attack on Uyghurness, or on non-Han culture generally.
These abuses against the Uyghur culture and population in Xinjiang are being characterized as cultural genocide by some researchers, a term with no legal basis. but which does make Chinese intentions crystal clear: to erase 11 million people, the equivalent of the population of Belgium or Cuba. Inside Xinjiang, no one is able to blow the whistle anymore. The Chinese authorities have made sure to silence everyone they see as their main enemies: intellectuals, university professors, poets and musicians.
Also die Umerziehung findet nicht nur in den Lagern statt, sie findet halt auch in Internaten, in Schulen, in Kindergärten, in Vorschulen statt. Vom kleinsten Alter an. Aufgrund von Dokumenten, die ich erlangen konnte, ist klar, dass also das Sprechen der uigurischen Sprache verboten ist, unter Strafauflagen. Und dass die Kinder also schon von früh an umerzogen werden, dass sie auch sogar ihre Eltern ausspionieren müssen. Und das ist also eine ganz dramatische Entwicklung, ganz, ganz dramatisch, weil hier ja langfristige Veränderungen geschaffen werden. Hier findet ein langfristiger Verlust von Kultur und Geistlichkeit statt, der mehr oder weniger unumkehrbar ist.
No Uyghur child can escape this, but the party isn't stopping there. Since 2018, children of prisoners are taken from their families and put in institutions where they're raised according to party doctrine. This video shows a young Uyghur proudly singing a patriotic Chinese song. This is Xi Jinping's dream. In 2021, the Chinese president gave his orders. We must plant in the heart of each child from the age of 6 love for the party, the country, and socialism. In Xinjiang, the new generation must consider itself, first and foremost, Chinese, and the sooner the better, because the leader doesn't want to waste any time. In the north of the region, Han have become the majority, and the capital, Urumqi, looks like any other Chinese city. But in the rural, traditional south, Uyghurs still make up more than 50% of the population. So in order to boost the number of Han Chinese, Chinese authorities must now meet specific demographic targets. In 5 years' time, the Uyghur population of the south must also become the minority. In order to achieve this, the party implements radical policies. Whilst working on birth rate statistics, German researcher Adrian Zenz uncovered documents clearly stating that births must be reduced and defining quotas of women to be sterilized.
Es ist ein Planungsdokument für 2020. Diese Dokumente sind zwei der schockierendsten Dokumente, die ich jemals in meinem Leben gesehen habe. Sterilisiert werden soll oder muss also als Mubiao, als Ziel für das Jahr 2019 14.872. Wenn man das mal gegenrechnet, das sind ungefähr 34% der gebärfähigen Frauen in der ländlichen Region dieses Regierungsbezirks. Das Ziel der Geburtenverhinderung hier ist, dass man das Bevölkerungswachstum, was ja recht hoch war, dramatisch zurückschraubt auf gegen Null oder in Teilen sogar unter Null, damit nicht, dass die Bevölkerung ausgelöscht werden soll, sondern dass sie leicht zurückgeht, dass sie nicht mehr wächst, sondern vielleicht leicht zurückgeht und dass sie über die Zeit leichter zu kontrollieren ist und leichter zu assimilieren.
And yet, the nation needs children. The Celestial Empire is aging, and the renewal of generations is uncertain. Today, the one-child policy has been abolished throughout China, except in Xinjiang, where having more than one child can get you sent to prison. Beijing is innovative in its policies designed to reduce the Uyghur population. The party even promotes its good ideas on television. This scene took place in a tiny village in southern Xinjiang. The loudspeakers summon the inhabitants to the courtyard of the People's Hall. A textile company from eastern China has made a very long trip to recruit 100 workers here. Those interested need only write their names in a register. 2 days go by. No volunteers come forward.
看来我们在宣传上组织这些村民为啥不愿意报名？农民们到底有啥顾虑？
The team from the factory, all Han Chinese, go looking for applicants at their homes. Their target? Young, childless women. Buzainap, 19, has no desire to go, and her parents are also against it. The village chiefs insist, to no avail. Buzainap refuses.
自主职业，政府引导，我们不能干涉他的选择权，但是我们能影响他的判断。咱们的全国同胞都要一起发展，不能咱们，对吧？别的民族兄弟大踏步往前走了，他们还在原地循环。Yaxşı işleyenlerin hatanısını açık turuqluq. Özümüz tırışmasak, bundan netice herkes özlüküden kip kalmaydı. Cep tatmasa halavet yok.
After thinking it over for a few days, the young Uyghur woman agrees, and the factory leaves with its quota of workers. The report presents this outcome as a win for the party, in its bid to help minorities escape poverty and divert them from separatist thoughts.
这个政府不能看公安，不能他们那学习工作是可能的走，不大学苦白。
In fact, the main goal is to displace the population, particularly women, to provinces where they'll be more likely to start a family with a Han. This pernicious method will eventually reduce the Uyghur population in Xinjiang, as ordered by the government. What the report doesn't mention is that refusing a job is one of the 75 signs of radicalization. The truth is that Buzainap didn't really have a choice. This young woman is just one victim, along with tens of thousands of other Uyghurs, of a state-organized forced labor plan.